All right, welcome back. It's Colin Exelby, Certified Financial Planner, and thanks for checking out another one of my videos. I'm sure you're pretty excited and stoked to check out that secret formula, and we'll get to that in just a moment. If you're watching now, you probably already watched my previous videos. If you need a refresher, check the links in the email. We want to continue to answer the questions that you might have, and I'm excited to share my thoughts. So let's go ahead and jump right in. One question we've been getting is from business owners like yourself who realize they have a problem. You've created a successful growing business, and you're spending so much time running that business that your personal finances have taken a back seat. Your finances might resemble that puzzle that I showed you earlier, or worse, it might even look like this. You may have acquired different financial products over time. You may have worked with different financial advisors, and you've got a jumbled up mess of a personal finance situation where nothing is working with each other. Other business owners have come to us asking, I just don't have the time to figure this stuff out. Can I hire you to create and implement our financial plan? And the answer is actually more complex than you might think. Now, I'd like to use the analogy of a commercial airplane to explain why I think there's a lot of similarities between financial planning and flying a plane from, say, Washington, D.C. all the way to San Francisco. Now, first on the plane, you've got the pilot. That person's job is to get you to your destination on time, safely, and with as little turbulence as possible. They've flown thousands of flights. They're experienced, but they're constantly learning and improving their ability to fly efficiently. They don't fly every route on the map. Maybe they only fly a few, but they're highly skilled at that particular route and getting people there as efficiently as possible. That's very similar to the financial planning process and working with a skilled financial advisor. Now, second is the co-pilot. There are no flight tasks that the co-pilot cannot or does not do. They're often highly involved with most aspects of flying the plane and are often consulted upon. Third are the passengers. Now, the passenger is looking for the plane to arrive at the destination on time as efficiently as possible. They rarely care about the route that's taken as long as they get there safely, on time, and with as little surprises as possible. And then there's the luggage. The luggage, it's stowed away in the belly of the plane. The luggage has no idea where it's going, when it will get there, and sometimes it even gets lost. Now really, it's the luggage that you want to avoid being. You can be successful reaching your financial goals if you're the pilot or the co-pilot or a passenger. Unfortunately, I see many business owners who act like a luggage. Now, this is why I believe you need to be involved in your financial planning process. You can't outsource all of it. The value of financial planning is not the actual plan. It's the journey. It's the thought process that you go through in creating your financial plan, running the what-if scenarios. What if this happens? What if that happens? How will that affect my situation? Now, the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. We all know that, and it sounds simple enough, but rarely do people take that path. Now, getting to where you want to go is really just the application of a simple algebraic formula. I'm going to put it up here on the board. A plus B equals C. Now, I'm a math geek. Statistics, economics, finance, that's the stuff that I enjoy. I enjoy formulas like this, but you need to know the answers to 2 of these variables in order to solve for the third. While A plus B equals C is a simple formula, its application is not so simple. Let's talk about what these are. A, where you are now. Okay? So this is your current financial situation, everything about it. How much you have in savings currently, how much is in your 401k, how much is in your IRA, your pension, other retirement plan, how much you're spending, what your expenses are, what sort of income do you have coming in, the income that's coming in from the business, coming in from any salaries that you have, any rental properties, All of that is included in this situation. So it's essentially a kind of a blueprint of where you're at. And you have to know that before you can go any further in this process, okay? So that's A. We're gonna skip over here, we're gonna go to C. C is where you want to go. Okay? Now, this can be different and is different for everybody. Everyone has different goals, different things that they're working toward. So let's use an example. Let's say that your goal is to have $100,000 of tax-free income in retirement. Okay? That's your goal. You want to have that level of income, and you don't want to worry about whether you're going to run out of money. You want to be able to live the lifestyle you've been accustomed to, but you want to have that level of income. Okay? So we know what the goal is. B is the most important part of the financial planning process, and it's actually the most complex. B is your path toward prosperity. What is going to get you to where you want to go? B are all of the variables that go into a financial plan that get you from A to C. I'm going to put up here some examples of some of the different variables that we're talking about. Now, some of these you can control, and some of these you have no control over. And I'm going to start listing them out. Your taxes, okay? What are your taxes going to be in the future? We have no idea. Your rate of return. What's your rate of return on your business, on your investments, on your savings accounts? We don't know what it's going to be, but we can forecast that. Let's look at, maybe there's going to be a recession and your business or your income takes a hit. What are the fees that you are paying both to your financial advisors and your CPAs and your attorneys, and also on the investments that you're making? What are your living expenses going to be? What is inflation? Now, we all know that costs have gone up over time. So inflation, it's something that it just happens. And so you've got to model that into your financial plan. Are you going to have rental income? What the heck are medical expenses going to be? No clue. Bet they're probably going up. What if something happens to you? Disability. Let's take a look at death. Obviously, those things could happen. Hopefully they don't happen. I think that covers a lot of the different variables that you could take a look at in a financial plan. Don't know what they're going to be, but the good part about the planning process is that we can forecast all of that stuff. We can run different models, we can run different simulations, and you can take a look at what can you do to get you from A to C. Now, you can't just apply some cookie cutter approach. You need a custom planning and investment process that's designed for you. And even then, success is not guaranteed. You can't just simply use a set of variables that worked for someone else, because your situation is unique. It's unique to you, your beliefs, your risk tolerance, your time horizon, the level of interest you have in all this stuff, your ability to delegate to someone else. Those are all specific to you. Now, applying a template that worked for someone else often will not work for you, or at least it's not going to get you there as fast or as smoothly as a custom tailored plan. Somewhere along the line, you'll probably fall off the wagon, and you'll end up losing your most valuable commodity, which is your time. You just can't get that back. Now, my team and I will work together to build a custom plan. But let's use this as an example here. I went camping last weekend with my kids. What if this is a stream, like the ones that we were crossing, and my youngest, thankfully she didn't fall in. We've got down here, we've got A. Up here, we've got C, or your goals. We know what we're at right here, and we want to get to your goals. The path toward prosperity and your custom plan is the process that can help you cross the stones over to the other side. Now, my team and I, as we work to build that custom plan for you, we'll outline where you are now. We'll then work with you to determine your goals and where you want to be. We'll then outline variables that you're facing and a plan to navigate all those variables I put up on the board. And while success is never guaranteed, in my opinion, having a plan greatly increases your chances of achieving the future that you want. Now just imagine for a second, if you had the confidence that you're making the best decisions that you can, you have the trust in a financial advisor that you're working with and a team that you're working with that has your best interest at heart, and you feel that you have the tools and you're well equipped to get you to where you want to go, that probably would feel really good. So if you'd like some additional help in putting together the pieces of your financial puzzle, we'd be happy to set up a call with you. You can do so by clicking below and grabbing a slot on our calendar. If you'd like to discuss this topic in more detail as it relates to your financial plan, please don't hesitate to reach out at celestialwm.com. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give us a big thumbs up on YouTube. And if you have any comments or want to ask a question, please do so below. And make sure you smash that subscribe button so you're notified whenever I release a new financial planning video.